boots on the ground, putting it down. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. It's Mickey D. I host the Stock Scoop. Doctor's orders, just putting a little exercise in, post surgery exercise. Things are well, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing great. I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend here with your family, your friends. Hope all is well. Hope you got one of those books and you enjoyed it, and hope everything is good with you and your family. Today we're going to talk about short interest. That's kind of boring and stuff. And so, we do technical analysis, we do fundamental analysis, and we also do what I call physical analysis. And we go kick down the doors and we find out what's really going on with that company, because there's a lot of fake companies out there, and we don't want to be associated with any of those paper companies, we call them. Companies going to the zero graveyard. I've told you before, these companies go to zero. Companies that have nothing, but they have everything on paper and it's on the bulletin board and it looks good and all that good stuff. We're going to talk about something different today. Scoop is free education, your entertainment, your information only. I'm not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything, but I'm going to give you some good information. People ask, Mickey D, when you do your research, do you ever look at this? Do you ever look at that? Do you ever look? And I've been sharing with you over the last years of what I really look at, and I put in the Baby Knockout newsletter because people wonder, Mickey D, why do your stocks do so well often? Often, not all the time, but often they do pretty good, and, like I said, I'm not here to make you rich, but I can make you very comfortable. Okay? Comfortable. That's what I'm talking about. Comfortable. As a brother in America, I can't be that, that guy has more than me, that guy has more than me, that guy, they point fingers and look at people. That's America, America. But it's not all over the world. Maybe I'll visit your country and see if it's like that. It's different in my country. But we're going through a lot of things right now, the government and everything, a lot of things going on. But I'm going to show you, no matter what country you're in or where you're in, I'm going to show you how to pick and look at a stock that's got a high percentage of short interest and see if I'm going to show you how to do it free right here. Now, people are not going to like me. They're going to hate on me because I'm giving you something that they sell something for $1,000, $2,000 for. So, Mickey D, why are you giving up the secrets? Ain't no secrets, Pop. No secrets. Ain't what you do? You've been hiding it from us for years. Never mind. But really, ladies and gentlemen, we like to joke. I like to have fun, But high short percentage can indicate a lot of things. But most of the time, when stocks have a lot of shares out there short, they only have the ratio a couple days to to cover, and it can mean all kinds of things. But mostly it means the stock is showing weakness and investors think the stock is going down. That's when you have a high percentage of shorts. Now, when the stock does well, if it does well and it does good and it goes up, then those short positions have to be covered. They have to buy because the stock is going up. And they don't want margin calls or anything else, right? So they got to rush in and they got to buy stuff. And there's constant buying when the stock goes up, and it kind of feeds on itself, and it could drive the stock up real high. We've seen some of these. We remember when we were trading. I'm going to show you here on the charts too. I'm going to show you some. I'm going to show you these four. I'm going to show you exactly where they are right now. But you remember during cannabis and these things went boom, boom. Some of those stocks went up. I think Tilray was within a week or two. It was like $300, and it was like $5 or $10. I don't know. I didn't even think I had Tilray when they did that short with Tilray, but it was boom, boom. So we're gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it simple, guys. I'm gonna take a look at the shares that are short, and then the short percentage of share of the short percent of the shares outstanding. This is really when I take a look and peek and look at these different areas. I just take a peek, and I want you guys to follow up on that. Take a little peek and see what's going on in these little areas, and that's what makes a great baby knockout. Believe me, that's why they do their thing. Little, then you got an idea of what's going on with the stock, ladies and gentlemen. Well, further ado, let's take a look. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Scoop. Make sure you hit that like button, pound button. At the end of this video, make sure you go over and get your gold and silver penny stocks, 10 low risk, high reward stocks. I believe on page 200 or so. There's a lot of good projects in there. Make sure you take a look at some of the projects in there. I combined with Lawrence and with Joseph, and we really got the projects together in there. But ladies and gentlemen, when you're looking at short interest, and like I said, the short percentages can indicate whether investors think the stock is going up or going showing some sort of weakness or something. They give different stories, but one story I've kept with throughout my investment career. Let's take a look at CCJ, which is I'm going to give you four that have high short percentages. But let's take a look at a champion right here and what a champion looks like. CCJ is probably the best uranium company, best producer in the world. So what you want to do is you want to go over to maybe Yahoo Finance or go to one of the other finance areas, go to your broker or what have you. Put the symbol in, and Yahoo Finance is free. That's why we use it. Go to statistics in Yahoo Finance, and the statistics will take you to the company where you can get all the information. And what we look for is like the share information, the share structure information. That's where you're going to get the shares short and the short percentage of shares outstanding. And those are the two areas we'll focus on. There's a lot of other areas, a lot of different information I look at before I put a baby knockout out. And most of them don't have earnings, so it's very, very difficult. They don't have any revenue, so it's very, very difficult to judge them. But if we take a look here at CCJ, we take a look at Cameco, a great company. As you can see, the shares short, only 16 million, almost 16 and a half million. That's nothing. That's nothing. When you look at the short percentage of shares outstanding, once again, 3.77%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now let's take a look at some others. Did I get you that? Yeah. Let's take a look at some others here. Let's take a look at UEC, Uranium Energy. Once again, we put the symbol in, we go down to statistics, and we come on over and take a look at the statistics, the share structure here, ladies and gentlemen. When we take a look, you can look, there's a lot of numbers here, but we're just going to focus right now, because I'm going to keep this short, on the 52.5 million shares short right now, which is 12.2%, which is high. I feel it's pretty high, of the outstanding shares. Could there be could investors think that this thing could possibly go down? There's going to be a short squeeze here. It's possible. Are those 52 million shares, whoever holds those shares, are they going to have to rush in and possibly buy shares, which keep the stock going up and up and up? Maybe so. You never know. Let's take a look at Energy Fuels, UUUU. When you look at their share statistics here, let's take a look at their shares short here. You're looking at 35 million, 35.5 million right here. That's a lot. That's a lot. You're looking at the percentage of outstanding shares. You're looking at 16%. That's a lot. That's a lot. Can they possibly be pushed up a little higher? I've already told you one time, and I'll tell you again. around 10 or 11, because I have a history with this stock. I've sold it 2 or 3 times at at like $10 or so. So it's going to get there again, and I'm going to sell it again. Whether it's the shorts I have to cover and they push it up there, or just something that comes out of Washington and the president says, "Hey, this is the way it's going to be, and we got to push this up here." Let's take a look real quick at NextGen. NextGen also put the symbol in. Do the same routine. Go to statistics and take a look at what's going on here. Sales short 80 million. That's a lot of short shares for NextGen. Can NextGen have a short squeeze? Possibly, where they got to cover here a lot of these shares and go in. Possibly, the percentage 14.48, almost 14.5% of the short percentage of shares outstanding. That's pretty high, pretty high. 80 80 million is pretty high. It's pretty high. It can work. You can get a short squeeze here. What about Denison Mines? Denison, once again, we put the symbol in, we go down to statistics, and we go over and we look at our share structure. And this madman, this is one of the stats he looks at. When you look at shares short here, we're looking at 67.6 million shares outstanding. A lot of shares outstanding, a lot of covering's got to be done, ladies and gentlemen. Only 7.54% of the short percentage of shares outstanding. You can look at, ladies and gentlemen, you can look at all of this stuff, all of it. Look at all of it, to form your opinion of how whether you think the stock that you're dealing with is short. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember, when the short interest is high, the short shares, the percentage of shares outstanding, the shorts are high there. When you look at those statistics, there's just a good chance that you may have some sort of episode, some sort of squeeze, or those uh, traders that have to cover may uh, be in position and have to cover and make those shares go up. I hope I'm being kind of clear. I'm just trying to, in a layman's term, just trying to let you know that we can, as an investor, you have access to that information now. We used to have to call our broker, and he or she would send information to us in the mail and all that stuff. Back in the olden days, I used to, but just 25, 30 years ago, guys. I used to have to 35 years ago. So I used to, I paid $50, and then $50 a round trip was $100. Now you trade free, or you pay a discounted commission. So it's so much easier now, to get this information and make really, really good informed decisions. Because I want you to be on top of it. I want you to beat Wall Street like you own it, man. Because Wall Street will cut you up, man. And beat Wall Street at their own game, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we want to do. We want to do. But I hope you understand it. I hope you had like I said, I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope all is going well for you. I drink my own Kool-Aid, so this is what I do. Excuse me, I eat my own cooking, so that's what I cook, and I'll cook in the house. But I'm just letting you know that this is what I do. So yeah, the books and the information I'm giving you guys, you ladies and gentlemen, feast on it, feast on it. And you're gonna get some stocks. Go get you the free gold books. When they come out, or buy you a copy. Help the scoop. Hit a like on the video. I'm just asking for a like. Just hit like. Somehow we get some help. get some help. So it's all good. Love you guys. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. I'll leave a video up here. Excuse me. You'll be able to see a video. I'll leave one up. It'll be a good video. It'll be a good video. So just pop on it. And I'll leave the playlist. You can go from one to the other, the other, the other, the other. Some of you guys have been asking me some questions about Bitcoin, and just look at some video. Look at the playlist that I put up. This rare earth playlist and all that stuff. We covered a lot of all that stuff, man. We're down. Get the Baby Knockout newsletter too. There's a new one coming out at the end of any video. It's only $99 a year. It's a great resource for you guys. As many of you know, I mean, you're making. The other day, actually, I had the best day I've had in probably about 4 or 5 years. when because I'm overweight gold, I'm overweight uranium, overweight silver, and well, the doctors not. I'm not overweight, but anyway, um, it did really well, and you guys probably did well too if you have a defensive type posture with your account and stuff. I don't know why this thing is stopping. It's doing what it's doing. Love you. God bless you. You guys take care of you and your family. When you need strength, you need energy. Look up. The man upstairs will take care of you, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. And that's all I have for you. Happy midweek. Do your thing. Have a great rest of the trading week, ladies and gentlemen. Do your thing. Love you. God bless you.